Будь в форме. Стилепрограмма.про. Сайт в большом городе.
Я увидела твою фотографию в газете и решила навестить тебя.
Я больна.
Пойдем домой, завтра будет...
Нет, Лэндон. Я больна.
Do you want that back there?
Что делаем с фоном? Что-то меняем, убираем.
Fire extinguisher.
Может, это убрать?
Candle. Do you want that back there?
Тушитель оставляем
Or do you want to move it over?
или убираем его? Что делаем?
Вот книжку можно поставить.
Yep. Yeah, you put the book back in the picture. Something better? Yeah, you can see. Take a look. Thank you. Spasibo. Spasibo.
Let's start.
Well, it was a tight schedule, but I was able to get out and see some of the tourist things in Russia that you have to stand there and get a photograph with the Kremlin in the background. I saw the changing of the guard for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier memorial. Saw the gate of the old Moscow, the mausoleum where Lenin's tomb. I did not go inside, just from the outside. The churches, yeah, got some great pictures. And the event yesterday was very successful. It was really very huge. I have a 10-second video if you want to watch it. Well, like all my novels, there's a romantic element to the story, and it takes place largely in North Carolina. And at the same time, it's a very universal theme. It's a father-daughter story. And it's also a story that talks about the difficulty of balance in your life when you have a career and a spouse and children and the rest of your family and your friends, and you need time for yourself. And so often there don't seem to be enough hours in the day. And so I wanted to show the struggle of that. And of course I wanted to show how, when things are very hard in your life, it's best to have people who support you and love you, and they can help you get through these trying times. And those were the themes, and then I put it all into a very exciting story. Sure, parts of it, no question, were drawn from my experience with my kids, teaching them to ride a bicycle, or the fear I felt when I had a new baby, and they're so fragile and dependent, and it's all up to you to keep them safe. Dancing with my daughters in public. Hamsters, the little animals in the cages. I did all of that. So much of the memories of the father-daughter elements of that novel are very true. And of course, yes, with my career, and I have 5 children, there was always that struggle with balance. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think that's pretty universal, even here in Russia. And based on the crowds that came out, and based on how many books I sell here, I think these are themes that are very universal. Every day I look for it. Every day. So if there's important people, your kid or your career, your children, your friends, your family, yourself, if I can do 3 of those, I'm good. But then I just try to make sure I'm doing all of them regularly. So one day maybe all about kids and time to myself and visit with friends. Sure. But no work. Sometimes I'm last. Most days I try to exercise and work, but my work isn't always all day. So most days I'll exercise, I'll work, and then I'll see the kids or see friends. I really make a conscious effort to have as much balance in my life as I can, because if I don't try for balance, I go out of balance real fast. I could work, or do nothing. So I have to consciously try for balance every day. They all have some roots in reality. All 20 of my books have bits and pieces of me in there. Some have been drawn from family stories. Some are drawn from people that I know. So all of them have bits and pieces of the truth, but they're primarily novels. Okay. Yeah. I have learned that I can't control how other people refer to me, good or bad. I can't control what they think about me, good or bad, or what they write, good or bad. So I really don't put too much thought in it. I do try to write the best novels that I can write, because that's all I can control. Sure, I am. Sure. Yeah, I am. Oh, I do all the things that you would expect, whether it's flowers or having a glass of wine by a roaring fire or walking the beach or watching for shooting stars. Sure, I'll do all that. And I also try to do fun things too, whatever that means, whether it's going on a boat ride or having a beautiful hike, things like that. My daughters have read them all. They're 16. Mm-hmm. My sons have read 1, 2. They watch the movies.
The boys.
Yeah. I don't know. And if they would like to, sure, I'd support them. But I'll support them in whatever they want to do. Oh, no. So I don't believe that. I think the world was pretty rough 100 years ago. There used to be huge wars. Tens of millions of people died. Russia knows that more than anybody. All of those periods are harder than today. the starvations, the Great Depression, all of these were really tough. So I think there's always room for love in a person's life, because to me there's really only two big emotions. You have love and you have fear, and all the good stuff in the world comes from love. But it doesn't only have to be romantic love. It could be love of your parents, or your brothers and sisters, or your friends, or your kids, or your career, or your pets. But that's where all the goodness comes from. And I don't want to live in a world without goodness. So I want love. Not much. I've had a great life. I'm very happy. I feel very peaceful. More of the same, I guess.